Welcome, everyone, to CopiCafe. This is episode number 10. You've got uh, Rob, I think, and Josh here to share with you a little bit more about what's going on with Cornucopias and a lot of the things that we're excited about. Really, I don't know how long I can keep a straight face with that thing on
It's
your.
me. It was me all
Like,
along.
okay, so
I'm
Rob and
sorry.
Josh here having a little fun. A lot of stuff going on with Cornucopias right now. We're really happy to be here. We're happy and thankful to you guys always for paying attention, watching our show, and keeping up with what we've got going on. So definitely glad you're here. And Rob, what are you drinking today? Doesn't look
I'm
like
glad you
much.
asked. Well, today I'm drinking an innocent energize, which is strawberry, cherry, apple, guarana, and flax seeds with vitamins.
Vitamins.
And now
It's so
completely
funny the
different from
differences,
Coca
the
Cola.
accent differences. Vitamins. Hey, good to your health,
Vitamins,
man. I'm drinking a
vitamins,
yeah, you know me. I'm always drinking something really exciting.
Waterloo again.
A peach Waterloo.
Oh, it's like drinking sludge.
Wild man, wild man. Crazy, crazy times.
I
Okay,
feel
so
energized.
we've got a couple of things, man. So since last week, we've made a lot of announcements that we've had reactions, etc., from the community, and I want to talk about a few of these. Because we had quite a few people that were through our announcement of the pricing for the land sale,
Mhm.
expressing a uh, discontent, to put it mildly.
Yeah,
Um, all the way to more extreme opinions about the fact that we listed pricing in fiat, which,
yeah.
to me, I don't know what to say. We've got a team. We're building a team. We're building a real project here. We have promises to the community. And one of our main goals is to build a game. And it takes a lot to do what we're doing. We have a huge team already in less than a year. We're 25 strong,
Yeah.
actually about 40 with external groups. And, we're accomplishing a lot here. And there's a lot of people that actually depend on being paid. And yeah, so I'm a huge fan of crypto. I love crypto. That's why I'm in the industry. I've been in it for a long time now. And
Yeah.
uh, but I still live in the real world, and fiat is what we need to pay people with.
Yeah.
So it's
I
it's
think
interesting, the distaste. Like, to me, that's just another form of maximalism. Yeah, I'm all for, let's get rid of fiat. Sure, that'd be great. But that hasn't happened yet. And like, everybody's entitled to your opinion. You don't have
it
to
was
like
it was
everything we're gonna
only
do.
it was only a small
You
amount of
we,
people.
we love you anyway. But
But
go
it
ahead.
was only a small amount of people, and had we have announced in USDT, because we need a stable coin rather than
We
USD.
do
I
need
think
a stable coin.
a
Yeah,
lot of other
and we're
projects
coming.
that I'm
We're,
minting now have announced in USDT.
yep.
It's the first time people have heard of this, so it was only a small minority that were objective, and the community came out and made their
We
feelings
thank
clear
Yeah,
whatsoever.
we're thankful for the large amount of community support in in regards to that. And really, look, everybody's in our community. All opinions are welcome. Try to keep it positive as much as we can, but your opinions are welcome. But hey guys, we're delivering on promises. That's what we're here to build a game, and we're here to build something amazing. We have a huge vision and a great project, an incredible team, and we have a lot of people that we want to keep with us in the family. Like, we want to take care of our team because it's amazing. I've never been surrounded by this much talent and passion, and it's really, really amazing, honestly.
Yeah, I
And
think
so, yeah, and one of our guests here on CopiCafe today is a team member who is incredibly passionate, and I believe he inspires the rest of the team as well in so much of what he does. And so it's going to be great to introduce him to you guys here in a few minutes. But one other thing I wanted to talk about, and I know you might have some things to say here as well, Rob. But the other complaint that we heard, and this was a little bit more significant, was the amount that we're raising.
mhm.
Um, so the reality is, guys, that what we have to deliver on. And what a lot of these other crypto projects and a lot of other projects are promising on and may not be able to deliver on because they're under raising is that what the reality is that the main reason most businesses fail is for lack of funding.
Mhm.
Okay, so that's the number one main reason most businesses fail. Now, building a game to the extent of the vision that we have, it takes a lot. 50 million in the next 5 years, I don't think that's an overstatement of what we'll need, especially in
No,
years 3, 4, and 5, as things get incredibly more massive in terms of the number of users on the platform, the infrastructure and server needs, and all of the things that go behind it. That's not small, but yeah, for the next few years, we need a good amount of money to grow the team to the place that we need it, to support the existing team, and to get through and really deliver on everything we're promising. So, guys, go do your research on what it takes to build a game and a company that's delivering on the amount that we're delivering on. It's important. We want you to understand what it takes here. We're not. This isn't a cash grab, and Rob and I are sitting out in Tahiti on a yacht, celebrating how much money we've swindled from everyone. Like, look at what we're delivering on. Please, please, everyone, look at what we're delivering on. We want to come through with something amazing, and we are doing it. Look at what we've accomplished in less than a year. We've been around. This company was launched less than a year ago. It's amazing what we've accomplished.
I think we've set our stall out. We've done the Copi wiki. We did 13 months of research. We've produced videos. We've produced prototypes, and we're taking them all to consensus to show them in front of people. We're setting out to build a Rolls-Royce product. I think you have Rolls-Royces in America. We've not said we're going to build.
I chose a different car, but go ahead.
Okay, we're set. Well, whatever car you would have chosen. That's the product that we want to produce to our shareholders. And when I mean shareholders are people that own Copi token, people that own our NFTs, people that put their time into following our project. So we want to give them value for their time and their money and their support. But at the same time, we don't want to run out of money within a year or 2 years or 3 years or 4 years, go through a bear market. We want to come out at the end, and then their NFTs, they can actually play with their NFTs in the best environment that we can build. Not off the 100%. Shelf. None of our stuff is off the shelf. We're building a premium product. But to build that premium product, we can hire the cheapest staff available. That's possible. We can go on Fiverr. We can build them in. We can get off the shelf stuff. But we're not set out to do that. We're set out to hire the best people that we can get that fit in with our ethos and follow our vision and our values.
And have a passion for what we're doing as well.
They have. And, we're nobody has ever built a metaverse before. And this metaverse is huge, and you can see it's the future, because obviously Mark Zuckerberg would not rename his own name, and Apple wouldn't be looking at Microsoft, and everybody's getting on the meta. So, but we're coming from a self-funded startup point of view in crypto. They're mainstream. We're coming from a different. So the way we raise our funds is through NFTs. Sales and through land sales.
It's revenue. It's company revenue. So
through revenue, yeah. The last thing we want to do is run out of money in 2 or 3 years, just as we're getting to the brink of that. So it does look like we're raising a lot of money, but what we're after is people to support our project. And if you support our project, we will promise that we will bring on the best people and bring the best game that we've already shown that we have delivered. We're going to consensus, and we'll continue to show and be public, and we're here, there, and we're absolutely everywhere. We'll bring our team members on, and that's,
we're thankful.
That's all. If you don't believe in what we're doing, don't follow our project and don't buy our NFTs. It's perfectly fine by us. we will figure a way out.
Right. Yeah. If you're offended by what we're raising or what we're doing here in terms of this sale, then yeah, you don't have to participate. We to be perfectly blunt, like the main thing that's in my mind right now is just thanking our community, our existing community, all of you supporters that have been here along with us, that understand what we're doing, that see the value, that see how much we're building, that have taken the time to read through the Copy Wiki, that see the massive amount of work that the entire team is behind and building, that see the artwork and the videos and all of the work that's been done so far, and understand this cannot be done. For those of you that are in the community and they're supporting and you're with us, we thank you so much. We really do. Like we wouldn't be where we're at without what you guys are doing and how you're getting involved.
We're so early in this space. A few months ago, people had an idea and kind of a bit of hopium. I hope they build something good. Well, now we're bringing out our UE5 visuals and gameplay. The early adopters and the early followers, they're going to benefit massive from following our project. The early OGs, they all got the OG bubble jet. That will continue every year. There will be more OG free mints. So and this goes on and on and on. When we are,
well, it's really important to mention when you're talking about something like that the GTI. A lot of people defended us in this regard as well, but that's how important community is to us. We gave away the GTI because people had wasted their time showing up and etc. And no, we can't continue to do something like that. Absolutely not. But that was a huge hit that we took, and we did it because we really care about our community. But hey, look, I don't want to go too long on that subject. Let's move into
defending ourselves. We're just very thankful for your support.
No, we're passionate about what we're doing, and we hear the feedback of the community, and we're not defending ourselves. This is what it takes. That's the bottom line, and we're going to deliver. And so that's why it's an important message for everyone to hear. And we're thankful that you're here and a part of it with us. We really are. So thank you. I really mean that. Like we love our community and it's great. And we love our team. And so I'm really excited to bring David up here in a minute. It'll be very, very close here coming up. But a couple things to talk about. We have the land sale tomorrow. This video is getting shot today and edited today, released today. And then we have the land sale starting tomorrow. So how do people participate, Rob?
Well, first of all our information is in Discord. So you need to join Discord.
Or the homepage of the website has all the how to participate in the NFTs.
Cornucopias.io. Start there. Come into Discord. All the information of how you register, because from there you will have to go and register on our minting website. And then I think, then you'll be set up, ready to go. Obviously, have a crypto wallet, either the NAMI wallet, the Eternal wallet, or the Jira wallet. Have the ADA in there, plus some extra for the transaction fees. I would always recommend having 20 extra ADA in there. You just never know. I don't know how many mints people are attempting to do over the next few days, but the blockchain is congested. So don't come across with half an hour to go or a couple of hours to go and start registering.
And don't have any pending transactions. Don't do another NFT transaction 45 minutes prior to the land sale because the blockchain's congested. That UTXO could still be, and it might mess things up for you. So
we're going to be busy doing last minute checks on the minting. We might do a couple of early mints just to test that the process is working. But if you come in at the last minute and expect us to help you to get them, we're going to be so stretched.
Yeah, there's only so much support we have time for. Get registered now.
We've announced it. We've announced it weeks and weeks ago. So now watch this now. From when this is released, you've probably got a good 12 hours to get it.
Which means go ahead and start and get it figured out in advance, because if you wait until the last minute, you might miss out.
You might miss the first one, but okay.
Well, the good news is, we have 5 days in a row of this, which is great. And we have a pretty detailed schedule on each day. Please go check the schedule online. all the information's on our homepage, everything you need, but we have a detailed schedule of each day. It's the exact same time each day, and it goes through roles. Basically, the way the schedule works is, we go from the OGs to the NFT holders of the GTI Javelin and the Bubble Jet, and then we go to anyone who's been in Discord for 30 days or more, and then we go to the general Discord group, the public, at that point. And
every levels have allocation.
As previously mentioned, we have really put a lot of thought into how we want to spread out incentive, because we want the community to be growing, but we also want to take care of and cultivate a very educated and self-moderated community, so that we're always building this group of us that remains positive and inspired, and we can have so much fun with everybody. So we have put a lot into how we spread out that allocation, a lot of thought into that, and it's not perfect. There's no perfect solution, and it will change over time. But that is the way that it is right now. So we definitely listen to our community, and we've heard your thoughts, as you might have heard through our response to some of the things that came up. And we want you to know that your opinions are 100% welcome. We really do welcome them.
And there has been so much positive as well, Josh. That there's been people that have
a ton of positivity, overwhelmed with it.
Well, we dropped the price of the Mythic, for example, the Copious land, by 30%, and a lot of people in the community were saying, "Oh no, don't do that." Now I know you're being more inclusive, but now you're going to make it harder to mint. So we can't win whichever way we go.
And there's no perfect solution. There really isn't. We just try to be considerate and thoughtful, and that's what we can do. And well, everybody's been waiting. We've talked about him. It's time to bring him up. Let's get David up here to welcome him to CopiCafe number 10. David!
Hey guys, how's it going?
Hello there.
What's up, man? That's a beautiful image behind you. Where'd that come from?
Oh, So yeah.
Well, what are you drinking today for CopiCafe?
I'm drinking a children's juice. So essentially, I'm drinking my childhood. So
hey, that's a beautiful thing. What flavor is blue raspberry? Cheers.
I think so. Okay. That's what it tastes like.
Fun.
Awesome. I love it. Well, man, tell us a little bit about you, a little bit about your background.
Let me think. I'm trying to think about how long I've been in game development itself. I would say in a professional sense, about a decade, something like that. Before that, it was it's been a long journey to even get to this point, that is for sure. But I'm really happy where I'm at now. As far as what I've done before this, I've worked with some good-sized studios. Some things I've signed some NDAs on. There are some games that are coming out in the future that are like next-gen games I can't really talk about that I've worked with at this moment. But I'm also a Unreal Marketplace seller, been sponsored by Epic. And I've done some freelance work. So I've done a lot of things over the past decade, and here I am in blockchain gaming. So a little bit new to me, but I'm loving it so far.
Well, what made you willing to switch over to blockchain gaming? What happened there?
I think it's all the push towards the metaverse. So this is what I think. So mainstream gaming, that's where I come from. Mainstream gamers are getting bored. People are wanting something more. They're wanting a more, I would say, intense experience as far as gaming goes, a little bit more involved. And they're not getting that. You have a lot of the mainstream studios that are just kind of churning out the same stuff. People are getting tired of the game loops. Some people are getting tired of graphics. They're kind of the same. So I don't even feel like they've even moved that much. I feel like mainstream gaming is almost in a bit of a lull. But yeah, metaverse that's gaming on steroids. It is the final frontier of gaming. So you got this big push, you got Mark Zuckerberg, you got Meta going on. Everyone's talking about this. Even got mainstream gaming that's interested in this sort of thing now. So I really wanted to get into something that's cutting edge. So that's why I'm here.
So what do you do for us, David? And when did you start?
Oh boy, what do I not do for you?
Yeah, true.
So My title being art director, so I am the one that kind of comes up the general art style. I do a lot of work in Engine. My main skills would be, I would say, 3D modeling, environment art. I'm also the creator of the Bubble Jet, the GTI, also the OG variant that we have there. So I do have an affinity for vehicles. I love cars.
The trees
So
behind the- are you taking credit for the overall concept of the bubble?
Actually, that was you. I came up with the design, but you came up with the idea.
We came up with it together, didn't we? What?
Yeah,
Just one
yes,
little chat on a Friday night. I remember it very well.
Yeah, it was genius, and they just went with it. And look, we've got, I would say, absolutely by far the most unique looking metaverse project by far. So it's fantastic.
Yeah, I agree. And I'm not biased at all. I absolutely agree. No, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
It is really beautiful what you've done, and you've brought such an amount of passion and talent into the team. So we're really grateful for that. And really grateful for your hard work and what you've brought. So yeah, tell us a little bit more about what makes you love Cornucopias, why you want to continue helping us to achieve the vision that we have, because it's a big one. And sometimes we have differences in how we want to approach things, but like overall, we're working incredibly well together, and it seems like you love it here. Tell us that.
Well, it's I definitely love it here because it's like a family. So every day excited to see people. The project itself is so unique. Everyone here is very passionate. So you've got every aspect from our multitude of developers to marketing to everyone's like inputting their ideas into the project. Everybody can have a part of it. So yeah, again, loving it. So I know where this thing's going, but I can't wait to see all this stuff happen. I think we really have something special here.
Yeah, completely agree. 100% agree. And I don't think we've begun to see what's going to happen. We're not even close. And it's like, I'm still baffled on a daily basis what's been accomplished in less than a year.
Oh, I know.
It's unbelievable. You, by the way, are taking a break here in the next couple of days for a few days, but that's a ruling. But yeah. So do you want to show us anything right now? Did you want to?
Yeah. We can do a little bit.
Apparently, David, everything we produce is fake.
What?
Do you have a response to that? All your work is fake.
I've seen a few comments. So, all right, you guys saw the cinematic for the land sale. That was all end-to-engine stuff. And you guys, we just released another video showing a little bit of it running around. You'll see a little bit of that now. That's just solidly in engine running at 4K. It all just works. That's all I can say. I would actually say, as I was telling Rob yesterday about this, the quality of actually playing the game is much higher than what you've seen on any video by far. There's nothing like having a game right in front of you, and there's not quite a way to totally capture all the detail. But we'll work on some ways in the future. I'd like to maybe look at some technologies and see if there's a way, how can we screen capture stuff in a way to show the quality that's actually there. And of course, in the future, Cornucopians, you guys will be playing it anyway. So you will see what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that is 100%.
But yeah, I can do a little bit of a screen share, run around with Abigail here. Maybe talk
the new Abigail. She looks amazing. The animation of a ponytail's going back, and I think she's been on some kind of
backpacking trip.
Yeah, I want to watch my word. I think she's been working out.
Yeah, I mean, it's not even animation, so that's like a physics asset. So we're actually trying to tune that, but that's a natural swinging ponytail. So we plan on including that in a lot of the arts, the hair art that we're going to have in the game. So
that came out of the new character builder.
Yeah, actually,
that
what's interesting is what we're calling Avatar 3.0. Eventually, it'll be like 3.5. The characters. So we have like Farmer Joe, we got Chad, we got Abigail. They're actually all based on that Avatar system. So so far we've got our character system good enough that you can create unique characters like that. Before that system actually existed. Now, of course, there's a few little tweaks to those characters because we do want them to always be unique. But there's a good chance that you cornucopians out there might be able to make clones of some of our NPC characters because the character creator system, I think, is just going to be that good. So, but anyway, without further ado,
Here we go. Wow. All right. A lot
Yeah.
more houses in there than last time I saw it.
Yeah. So we're just kind of testing plot layout and whatnot here. So initially, when cornucopians come into the game, there's going to be like a plot marker, and they're going to decide what to build on it. But just kind of showing off some of our architecture here, and some of it's still work in progress. But let's do a little bit of a run around with Abigail. This is one of my favorite areas in Solus 1 here. It's just, I don't know. It's just got this. It's got this vibe.
We'll just say, like you say, well, because we're streaming from your system, this is.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
we're live in Unreal Engine right now, but your streaming quality, actually, it probably isn't going to be that good.
I think when some of the assets draw, that's not because they're drawing in the game. That's because of the streaming software is drawing them.
Correct. Yeah. But yeah, this is to show you guys that it's real, that you can run around in it. David's just going to give us a little tour here.
Yeah, let's run around and see if we can get in some trouble.
Yeah, perfect. There she is.
Here we go. Abigail, not totally finished yet, but yeah, this is based on our Avatar 3.0 platform. So much higher quality, higher poly, morphable type characters. We really want cornucopians to be able to create themselves or, create however they see themselves in the digital realm.
Can we have a look at her face? Because that's been remastered as well, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's not finished yet. She's missing her classic freckles and skin texturing right now. But yeah, we have way more quality than we did before. Better body proportions, lots of things. So, but yeah, that's Abigail. You might see her ponytail freak out a little bit sometimes. As I said, we're still tweaking that physics asset there. It was actually fine in UE4. It's when we moved to UE5 when some of the physics got a little bit weird, but they were engines.
I think it's great. It's pretty natural.
Maybe I need to let me know if I need to stop so these streaming.
Yeah, you just stop every now and again, then it'll come through.
Yeah.
It's a bit fuzzy now because of the water, but I mean, if you can explain what you can see with that water.
I did the water. I spent a lot of time on the water to get something that's fairly performant and to get something that has kind of like a next gen feel to it. But it's I think the water is absolutely beautiful. So I'm sure we'll iterate it on it some more.
Yeah. There's just another note there that the water comes in a little less quality because of the streaming than is actually there. But you've seen the quality of the water in the actual, and what David is seeing is perfect quality water, right? But then the streaming is, we're losing some of the data in the streaming process. This is great.
Yeah. The foliage, is it foliage? What's the little purple flowers?
I don't have a name for them. So, we're thinking there's going to be like, we got like the quaking aspens, but because we're going to mix a little bit of fantasy into it, you're probably going to see some flowers and things that probably don't exist in real life. So,
can I just say that every blade of grass and flower and rock, and well, you explain. You know what I'm about to say.
Do I? I mean, there's a lot of stuff in here. If anybody kind of wonders how we're doing this, I mean, you've got Solus 1, the first sector, 8 by 8 kilometers. So that's a pretty big game area. It's in a circular space. So we do a mixture of like artistry with things and a mixture of procedural workflows. We have to make sure that things are looking fantastic on that next gen level, we have to make sure that things are going to be performant, and we got to make sure that things don't take a long time to make, because we want to churn these things out over time.
And when you say performant, for anyone that is not aware, what does that mean?
Performant, maybe it's a jargon term, but we want a lot of people to be able to play the game. It is a next gen game, but we don't want people's performance to be terrible. So we definitely want to keep quality up and performance up, which is a bit of a dance. We're not even pushing UE5 anywhere near its limits at the moment. We're trying to be a little bit restrained with things, but actually our art style, which is kind of this like animated film sort of art style, it doesn't need as much detail as you might see in like Epic's Matrix demo or something like that. It's because it's not a realistic art style. I think it's looking fantastic, but it's a little bit more cartoony. So we can get away with a little bit less than pushing UE5 to its absolute limits.
Yeah. It's great. And it is gorgeous. These lands are beautiful.
Yeah.
Any details you want to show us anywhere, and just talk about the level of detail that goes into anything like a bush or a rock or
I'd like to see that the Lion King mountain.
Yeah.
You don't know what I mean when I say that, do you?
Yes, I've seen some other people say that. So actually what's interesting here. There you go. There's the whole thing.
That's a full sector that you've developed there.
Yes, that's a full sector right there.
Can you get right above it and look down?
We about right here, but then we're going to start going into the clouds, so it's going to get a little bit foggy. Trying to be careful with the stream here. It's absolutely absurd. I've done quite a few game environments. I've never seen something just in a floating a floating circle of the size. Every day I look at it and I'm like, that's absurd, but it's cool and it works.
It's so cool. So, yeah.
There's some more in the background.
Here's your Lion King shot, as you guys probably seen from the stuff. So there you go. Simba's right up here.
Whatever the words is. Yeah, and look at those little. When you showed us, David, the rocks there, the Lion King rocks. From here, and I don't know how far we are away from it. We might be about half a mile or a mile away. Can you just go and show us the rock? Zoom in to maybe.
Well, this is the same. Yeah, it's the same rock right here that we use. So you can see up close the detail. We've actually got it where the detail kind of scales.
But stop with it because it's not showing on the screen.
Yeah, get up close and then stop so that it can catch up.
There you go.
There you go. Yeah.
So,
it's kind of coming in.
It's amazing.
I could go into the tech and explain, how we up the details. You get closer to something. We do use nanite as well. That definitely helps with performance and having lots and lots of instances of things. In the world, you get these nice jaggy edges with all these details here. Really adds some realism, even to the animated style.
Yeah, I can see that waterfall in the background. It's still pouring down. The steam coming off it.
Yeah,
it's beautiful.
Yeah, I spent some time in the waterfalls, so I think it's going pretty well so far.
Are there any fish in this lake?
Not yet, but it will be full of it.
It'll be stocked.
Anything going on in the caves?
Probably not a whole lot going on in the caves specifically at the moment. Let's see.
There we go.
Into the world here. Yeah. Nope. Not a lot going on in here. So things are pretty empty because the game's not running right now.
But you are running around inside the game, which is beautiful. So
yeah, this is not this is not how the normal player would. You have kind of builder privileges here. That the player will be running around like Abigail.
Right.
Yes.
You will see views here that you wouldn't normally see. Is what I'm getting at.
So David, what are some of the problems you see in blockchain gaming, and how are we differentiated, blockchain or traditional gaming, and how do you differentiate where we're at?
So coming into this, so that the first thing that really sticks out to you when you're looking at blockchain gaming versus mainstream gaming, blockchain gaming has a massive quality problem, and it's, you know, I'm trying to be nice about it, but it's, if we're talking metaverse here, if we're talking the final frontier of gaming, you've got to be future proof. You got to be creating something that looks incredible, and something that's going to get mainstream interested as well. You can't have something that's looking like it's 10 years old or 15 years old in some cases. So one thing I have pushed on this project, as you guys know, is quality, quality, quality. Let's keep up with the industry in gaming as a whole. Let's get ahead of a lot of games. It's the metaverse is something to take very seriously, and that's what we're doing. I'm taking it seriously, and it's, I'm not so sure, without mentioning any names, other projects, why they are going in the direction that they're going, and why they're not using their funds to produce something that is future proof. But we don't have to worry about that. We'll just keep doing what we're doing.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, well, you've done a remarkable job at adding quality and bringing that kind of passion to play. And thank you, by the way, for that tour. That was a nice little run around. Sector 1, 8 kilometers by 8 kilometers. Takes 40 minutes to run across that, correct? Something like that?
Whew, probably, that's, you've got a lot of stuff in between. I haven't fully just, I'm very busy. I haven't had the time to sit there and just like, all right, let's run across the land.
Right.
And, there's going to be some obstacles in your way. It could take up to an hour. That's why I think it's definitely going to be great when we get mounts out. That's going to help with travel time. So, yeah.
What are you most excited about in development? Let's get past the land sale here and a lot of the focus of that. And we sit down and we regroup, we re-strategize a little bit based upon, a new position for us. What are you most excited about? What can you not wait to get into?
I've been saying it for a while, but it's the, one of my fortes is like effects and stuff like that, and I'm very strong in like 3D modeling. But yeah, I want to see like concert venues or something like that. That's fits the metaverse, but it's kind of mind warping in a different way. It's got different features. It's not exactly the same as you going to a concert in real life. It's a lot more interactive. I was having a conversation with Josh about this, but imagine like having one of your favorite artists that's playing in this venue that looks incredible. It looks next gen, and you can actually play music along with like the artist. You can participate in their songs, like stuff that's you can't even do in most normal concerts. The closest thing I could compare it to would be like the people holding up lighters, but that's all they can do, or it's phones nowadays, right? Smartphones. But a really interactive experience where the artists can interact with cornucopians, and they can produce something that's actually kind of greater than what the artist did in the first place, maybe. So yeah. I don't know, I got some wild ideas about it. We're working on it right now. We'll be concepting some more, but that's one of the things I'm excited about.
Yeah, well, I'm glad I share the excitement there. I got to tell you, so I didn't expect to see the multiplayer demo of the concert this last week of the festival center. Was real excited to see that. Obviously, I know that needs a lot of it needs our own custom art in there, right? But
very early days.
Very excited. We've got potential partnerships that we've been talking about for a while that are still in the works. We're still navigating through setting those up. And as this unfolds with what you're able to add to that, that's going to be exciting. I mean, there's entire projects that are just about creating a music experience and bringing artists into the metaverse. There's entire projects that's their only focus. But we are about to be launching something like that fairly well. I don't know the timeline of it. I'm not going to say a timeline, but we've already got some working tech in that regard. Still needs a lot more work, but we're doing so. That's just one element of what we're doing, and I'm glad that you are excited to add more value to that, because you're
And you've
definitely going
been
to.
with us from the start. I think. Did you join us? Was it August, September?
He joined us after about 3-4 weeks of me,
Very early on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he ignored you for a while. He thought you was a troll.
He did ignore me for quite a while.
That was your toughest hire, huh? So,
Yeah.
I'm glad I'm
It's
here.
like, who
and I'm
is
sure
this
you're not
JoJo
here.
the guy? Who is this guy? Yeah. No, that was great, man. We're so glad to have you, and it's been great to have you on CopiCafe number 10. We will definitely have you back again. Did you have any final words for us? Anything else you wanted to say before we?
Hello, Cornucopians. I've been watching you. I watch you on Discord all the time. I look at all your comments, everything else. I'm always happy to put a smile on you guys' faces. So and to see what your feedback is for things. So I've been watching you for a while.
Awesome,
but that's
man.
all I want to say. Just
Awesome.
hello to the community.
Glad you did. That's the perfect last thing to say. Well, thanks so much for joining us today, man.
10 out of 10 on episode 10.
Yeah.
Bye, guys.
All right, man. Bye-bye. Well, that was a treat. Okay. Very good. Great to have David up. And I guess we're at that point of the episode where we give our community a leak and wrap things up. So you want to take us through something, Rob?
I can whiz through them. Yeah. So I thought we spoke a lot about the desktop launcher. And here is a screenshot of what it actually looked like. This is now we're bringing this to consensus. These are our 5 demos that we'll bring in. We're playable demos. So you'll be able to race a bubble jet. You'll be able to go into the nightclub that we were talking about. You'll be able to build a house, we've previously shared that. You'll be
are you saying that for consensus, just so that the viewers are clear, this desktop is a significant piece of the whole puzzle for Cornucopias, of really tying a lot of things together, user identities and wallets and all sorts of things. There's a lot to this, but are you saying that at consensus you will be able to click around on the marketplace, the game media, the racing preview, and you'll actually be able to show and demo this work that we've done?
Yeah, so this is a partial demo. The nodes are not built into this. Is a desktop application. The NFT wallet is coming. That's the options are there, but that's not. It's in a preview mode within this version. The game media is the way you can see images and videos of upcoming bits and pieces that we've done. You'll be able to create your desktop from there. Our marketplace will be exactly what it says. You'll be able to look at our NFTs that are for sale or trade your own or sell. And then the library itself, this is how you actually play the individual games. So yeah, I kind of skipped over a lot of it. As you can see down here, there's a friends section as well. So you'll be able to join with your friends, and there'll be a news section. There's lots of sections in here to come. This desktop launcher will be massive, and it's more than just here you go, here this is how you launch the game. This actually does a lot of heavy lifting in the background. So with all the NFTs that when you're playing and your friends' NFTs need to be in the game, in the background this will be downloading all kinds of stuff off the blockchain, and as you're doing the game it will be interacting with APIs. So it's way more than just a fancy front end to launch a game. There's so much thought and technology that has gone into this. It's absolutely incredible. But yeah, we'll have this at consensus. You'll be able to click on it, and for example, when you click on the house builder, I mean this is just a screenshot, but this is something that we showed off a few weeks ago. You will be able to go and jump around and play on that.
Did you tell Buddy that you're filming today?
No, it's really frustrating.
He's a little talkative.
Yeah, I mean it's
tell him if he wants the mic that he needs to come into the room and take the mic. It's just
the kids are on holiday this week, so yeah, they're getting a bit giddy.
But no, this is great. You're killing it. All of this will be showing in consensus, and it's very exciting. Oh, well, this is here. Tell us about this. What's
this? Is a new screen. I'm not gonna press enter. because really it's a screenshot. It's
Yeah,
not
and the screen. This isn't the final screen design. This is
no.
very
I
early.
I knew when you saw it, you didn't like
Right.
it. You,
Yeah.
I can always tell when I.
Well, no, I like.
Yeah, I know what's going on.
Well, we got some picky people with an eye for design in this
Yeah,
project, but
I
no,
know. It's
what's
better than it
behind
did.
this I like. So talk about what's behind it,
It's
because
better
that's the
than it
important
did.
part.
Yeah, so this is one of our custom dome prototypes, and this is the nightclub. And if you come to consensus, we'll show it you. At the moment, we are using because this is such early days. What we do is we build the prototypes, and if we like the prototypes, then we go full production. We put an art team behind it, full development, and then it becomes a product. So this is very much early days, but this we are definitely going to turn this into a product. So consensus, you will see this. We are using a nightclub. It's not our graphics, but it will be some of our characters.
Because we have not yet
quickly
completed the graphics. However, when it is in effect, it will be our graphics. Absolutely. Yeah.
And this is back office testing, which is why it says host and name. So what will happen is you will have to put your name in there. It was all, as you go into the nightclub, your name, your character name that the game will already know will be above your head, and you'll be able to run around and talk to your friends. But because this is an in-house demo and prototype of multiplayers, this is why there's a host there. So that really that's a development button, and so they'll be able to host their own. But this also shows this technology that we're perfecting here for the nightclub is also going to be the same technology used in your home bubble. So when all your friends come over, or the building game, they all come over, and it's all multiplayer. So again, this does a lot more than it first looks like.
Yeah, and it's really significant to talk about this because, we talked about it a little on Kaizen the other day. I believe that's getting released today, or was yesterday.
Yeah, I went yesterday. I watched it this morning.
We were so excited on that day when we filmed with Kaizen because the team demo, we didn't expect this to occur, but our guy that's in the multiplayer programming, which is a whole different element of gaming, you've got to be able to program it so that you could get multiple people, different people in the same space at the same time. So he showed several of our team members in this dance stage, not dance stage, concert venue stage. He showed them in there together, walking around together, walking closer to the screen, and the music would get louder, walking away from the screen, and the music would get softer. I mean, what we were so fired up about it because it's incredibly powerful. And yeah, to Rob's point, this is technology that will also be carried over to other parts of the game as well. So not only does it bring a unique use case for being able to hang out with friends in your personal bubble, but it also brings that unique use case of us being able to really cultivate the arts with Cornucopias, invite artists in to add and show the world what they're creating in a new way. And so that I'm really fired up about. Just getting music into Cornucopias is huge.
That prototype does so much because it has a stage and it has a screen. It's not just a nightclub. It can be somebody doing a stand-up comedy. It can be a keynote. There's a lot of green screen stuff that's going on and motion capture that we're going to do in the future. But on the demo that we're bringing across, you'll be able to choose your own tracks by walking into a certain area, and there's lots of interactivity going on. And one of the tracks, well, two of the tracks actually, we've got permission from the artist, is 7. So from episode 7, the well-known musical artist, he's not a rapper in his own words, the musical artist, his music is there in our game, in our prototype. And if you're there, you'll be there live.
Yep, absolutely.
One show.
It's going to be fun. That's going to be fun. So yeah, what a great leak. Was there anything else you wanted to say with that?
No, that's okay for the desktop launcher.
Okay, awesome. Well, thank you very much for having that up. That's a tasty treat for everyone, and looking forward to seeing you here in about 7 days, Rob.
Yeah, I mean, we're not quite finished yet. I do have 2 more leaks for you, but I mean,
you do?
Yeah, okay. I'm coming over on Tuesday. I'll arrive on Wednesday, even though it'll be Tuesday.
Oh, so
which is very strange.
Like 5 days from now. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we're all going to get together.
Time traveling. Yeah.
Definitely. I'll arrive on Wednesday, but Tuesday, mental.
Yeah. Consensus will be a lot of fun, and hopefully everything goes incredibly well without issues on the land sale.
And Cardano event the day before. That's free. Anybody can go to the Cardano event and come and say hello. We'll have some goodies if you come and see us.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So yeah, I need to speed off because the dog's getting a bit crazy and he needs his tea and one final walk. But I do have another leak, and the land sale is over the next 5 days, starting tomorrow. But after the land sale, we will have a small pause, and then we will be selling the custom domes. And the custom domes is kind of what I've previewed there with the nightclub. That'll be one of the templates. There'll be lots and lots of different templates that you can do with your land. And your land, you can have a festival, for example. Your land gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and this is what we've explained over the 3 previous CopiCafes. And today I can announce the size of the 4th piece of land. If you want to share that picture.
Surely, I will.
Don't call me Shirley. But these custom dome lands, oh my God, are they huge? This latest one, the Epic, is 336 meters by 280 meters. I mean, that's
it's enormous. I think it's important to give some context to this. So, first of all, our land sizes that are in the theme zones,
yes,
those are much larger than most other projects out there. If not comparable, right there with them. They're either larger or right there with them. And it's important to state that these lands, these are the theme zones that Rob just put up. And the reason that those are smaller than the custom domes is actually because to get everybody playing together in the game with properties next to hundreds of other people and so much data going on, it has to be performant. David mentioned that earlier. And so they have to be smaller because you can't, you literally can't. But now with the custom domes, it's its own bubble. So when you get to the custom dome, that's all it has to load is that. It doesn't have to load 150 or 800 other properties and all the other information that comes with it. It's just this. So it allows us the ability to sell more property.
And these are player owned areas. So this is your own part of the metaverse. This is in itself, you could call it a metaverse. You'll have nightclubs on here. You will be able to do player versus player battles on here. We'll provide templates, and you can put on this area on your land whatever you want. You can swap the template for another one. People can come onto your land, play games. We'll give you a way of being able to be rewarded in different coins, not just in our coin or not just play around. We will be, this is a leak actually, we will be introducing the native coins into our game. So if you have your own currency, and even if you don't, we'll help you create your own. You will be able to set up your own player versus player games or whatever, and they can just be reward coins or for entering your zone and participating. So we will have all kinds of native currencies within the metaverse. It just makes sense. Entrepreneurs need a way of being part of the metaverse, and this is the cost. If that's what you want to do, if you have a native coin, if you want to build brand loyalty, you want to do player versus player games and reward players for winning your games, or entering your nightclub and doing the best dance, whatever, and with your own native currency, which is very, very cheap on Cardano to build out your coins. And we'll explain how to do this in the future.
Well, yeah, and that would
custom
involve
domes,
quite a bit of legal issues, agreements, etc. They would have to KYC. Yeah. There's all sorts of things that come along if you're going to bring that whole battle in there. But that is something that we're talking about doing, and it is a potential offering. It's not a sure thing. There's a lot of potential issues there that we would have to navigate, but it is definitely something that we're looking at.
Okay, yeah, it's fair enough. It's on the cards. We are in crypto world, but yeah, we will. Yeah, I'm lost for words now. I've probably said too much.
Yeah, it's okay. No, like, look, you're talking about, we're idea people here. We want to look at ways that we can add value, ways that we can create, ways that we can allow you guys to create. And so I am not saying that that's not going to occur. I'm saying that there's a significant amount of due diligence that we still have to get through on our end on how to make that happen in the right way. And
we're aiming
so
for it. We're aiming for
we're
it.
aiming for it. It's on the vision. It is part of our mission to incorporate, and just to add in other elements that are going to be really challenging that are on the vision would be player contributed content. That is something that we want to do at some point, where people are creating assets and we're bringing them into the game. That has its own group of challenges, where you've got to have assets that don't have anything sneaky in it, any sort of issues that are unacceptable for a child to see, or maybe there's code issues with it, or whatever. There's all sorts of challenges. But yeah, when we talk about things like that, it's part of the vision. It's things that we want to do.
And part of the funds that we're raising, especially with the custom dome funds, is we have a small research team at the moment, and this team has to grow it. So part of those funds will go towards really beefing up that research, so we can always stay ahead, and the research has to go faster than the game itself, because the research has to we have to have probably 6 months or at least a year's where we're going with it.
100%, very accurate.
There's lots of different areas that you think, well, why do you need a team of 5 or 6 researchers? But they're not just researchers into going on the internet and researching stuff, but these are really qualified people that will come down that will be playing around with virtual reality, artificial intelligence. We'll be looking at augmented reality.
Industry experts.
Yes, will be green screens with motion capture, and a lot of the motion capture that we're actually looking into some of these bits of the really expensive technology to look into, and we have to actually look into, if not 2, 3 different types, because just like VHS and Betamax in the old days, you don't know which one's going to take the lead because we're so early. So you need to look into Facebook VR, you need to look into Apple VR when that comes out. Because if you just concentrate on one and it goes in another direction, you're behind. So you have to do a lot of research that kind of gets struck, but that's research for you. But yeah, that's another element of the company that we never talk about. But
and that's a really important element. Yeah, because it's one of those things you can't get to that point a year from now or 3 years from now, whenever it is, when virtual reality is significantly further along and millions more are using it, or whatever the case is, and then start researching. You can't do that, because then you're way too far behind. And so you're right. It's like we've got to have a nice combination of all these things. And hey, look, it doesn't mean we're going to do all of it internally. It means we're researching it. And it could be that in research, we decide on a excellent partner that we want to work with that adds that kind of value to what we're doing. That possibility is there as well.
And with our industry, technology is not there yet. We're very interested in using the Thaler Prism. A Thaler Prism is not there yet. We've only got bits of information. We've not got our hands on it yet. Had we not been looking into UE5, we wouldn't be able to quickly
capitalize on that ahead.
Yeah. So and that's just one of the few elements. I absolutely love the research side of it. It really gets the brain ticking. But just before we go, I have got one more image that was shared literally about an hour ago in Discord. If you want to bring that screen up.
Sure.
I don't know if you've seen this or not.
Moonshot. It's beautiful. Who did this? So this is one of our community?
I don't know. No.
Or Mark, or what?
I don't know. This is in our game somewhere. I have no context with it. I know that Matt shared it I think it was Matt who shared it in Discord.
So, it's a WIP.
Yeah,
okay, so I was still looking at the drink. So obviously this is our team. No, this is some of what Mark's done. This is great. We got to have him on CopiCafe at some point. Yeah, he's got about another 50 of those that are out there. They're not out there in the public yet, but yeah, this is great. I love it. Yeah. I want a moonshot. You know what? We need to get a moonshot made for a drink for our show.
Yeah, and then when we say what are you drinking? Well, we're all drinking a moonshot.
Okay, so this is call to action. Who wants to make this beverage for us? Cornucopias is getting into the beverage making business. Just kidding. We're probably not going to do that, but yeah, that could be fun. So many things are fun. We got too much on our plate, though. Hey, that's a great final leak. Everybody, have a moonshot when you can. Your own version. Thanks for watching. CopiCafe, number 10 with Rob and Josh and our special guest, David, on the show today. It's great to see you all. Have a great night.
Before we leave,
Day, whatever.
Before we leave, what about next week's episode? Will there be a CopiCafe?
I don't know if we're going to be able to shoot. You know what? We should be able to shoot somehow, but that'll be interesting. I don't know what we're going to do for that.
What I do know is there's going to be a lot of influencers, and so we're going to be trying to get on as many little snippets as we can. So that'll be fun.
Yeah, it's a good question. If we could get one pulled off next week with consensus and everything going on, let's do it. If not,
together.
We always want to give you. Yeah, could be interesting.
Yeah.
All right, man.
High five and all that.
Bye bye.
Yeah.
See ya.
See you later.
Bye, guys.
See you later.